Okay, so I think we should start now. So here, as you can see on my screen, today we will see how to connect our Selenium test case to the database. So okay, so please confirm one more time that everything is right. Okay, you are able to listen to me and my screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay, so today the agenda for today is how to connect our database to our Selenium test case. So before connecting and working with the database, first of all, we should understand what is the need of connecting the test case to the database. So consider one scenario. Suppose if I open this website, this is the one. Okay, so this is one website. So suppose client, this is one of our client have developed this Salesforce website, and here what he told you that you have to test this website with some random user. Like suppose there is one user, like Sumit is one of the user, and there is something, one email is there for the, sorry, password is there for one of the user, right? So what, anything can be the password, and likewise there is another user which is Vandan, and here he will have different password. Likewise there are 10 such user. So you will write one test case for that. Okay, so you have written test case, but what happen uh, after some time? So what will happen, see, if I come here, so okay, so if I come here, so suppose there are 10 user, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10 users are there. Okay, so every user will have one name and password. So suppose it will have, this user will also have a name and the password, this one also have, this one. So you have to test that login feature with the different data. So whatever the password it might be, right? So client has provided you one password for every user. So you have written one test case with this data, and you will try to run the test case, which is fine. But what happened after few days? Suppose client changed the password of this user, right? So it has changed the password of this user, of this fifth user. So what happened? Uh, and client also did not told you, suppose. So if client has changed it, and so what will happen if you try to log in with the old password here? Then your login will fail. Then your login will fail like that. Okay, then your login will fail if client has changed the password. So then what will happen? You will talk to the client, and then client will told you that I am changing this password, and let me give you new password, and just you have to correct that in your code, which is fine. But suppose after that you will run and it will work accordingly. But suppose again after few more days, client has changed the password of this one. So again your test case will fail. So in that situation, what is happening? You are depending upon the client every time for the password. Okay, so what will happen? We are wasting some amount of the time, right? Because to uh, talk to the client, we have to schedule one meeting. So the time is wasting. So what client will do? Client will not tell you every time that they are changing the password. So client will, let me write it here. Client will have his separate database, and whenever he wants to change password, he will update it in database. And whatever the code you will write, every time updated value you will fetch from the database. So you do not have to worry even the client is changing the password. So this is the reason we have we have to work with database, so that whatever the data we are providing to our test case should come from the database. So this is the reason we are using it. So is it clear to you now that why we are doing this?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, so first of all, let us see. We have to make some setup to set the database in our system. So we are going to use this database. Okay, this is one database. So here also we are going to use this JDBC. So what is the you can see here MySql is a database, okay, which stores the records, or you can say the data in the database table. Okay, so here we are going to use this JDBC as well, which is an API provided by Java person. Okay, so this is an API. This JDBC is an API which is present in Java, which is used to connect Java application, or you can say the Selenium code here. Okay, Selenium code as of now. So which is used to connect our Selenium code or the program with the database. So what is the database here? Again, I am writing. We are going to use this database. So if you have to use this API in your project, then you have to uh, download one dependency from Maven, okay, which is this one. So we will see it in a short while, but first of all, let us understand how to download this database. This is the database, okay, so we have to download it first. So this is the link. So this is the link. Let me copy this. Okay, let me open it here. So if I hit the URL, okay, so here you will see this is also the one and this is also the one. Okay, so I will suggest you to go with this one, right, because it have all the dependencies, or you can say all the methods and classes, right? So this is the size. Okay, so just click on download, and after that just click here no thanks, just start my download. So you will see that file will start to download. Okay, so after that, when you, as of now I am not again downloading it because I am already having it in my machine. So as of now, let me cancel it. So once it will download, just run the setup and you will see something like this. So I think I have already taken the screenshot. Here it is. So when you run the installer, so you will get a screen like this. Okay, so just go with this first one, developer default, and click on next. After that, okay, so what is this step? Here it is asking to check whether you have these softwares installed already in your machine, right? So click on execute. Then if you do not have these uh, softwares installed, then it will install one by one. Okay, so click on execute here, and after that, so one by one it will download, and after that click on execute again. Okay, here after that again we came here. So this is important, see here. So what is the, so by default it will take port number is 3306. So this port number, so actually we are using TCP IP protocol to, so that what this protocol will do, this will help you to connect to the internet. So as of now I am having the database in my local machine, but suppose suppose your database is stored in a separate server, right? So that TCP IP protocol will help us to connect to that database. So what is the valid port number for that? So this is one unique port number which is 3306, right? So whenever you will install that, by default it will take 3306. So do not make any changes here, and after that click on next again. When you click on next, it will ask you for the authentication method. So just select first one, use the strong password for authentication, and just click next. Okay, after that again, so this is also one of the most important thing. So whatever the password you will define, okay, so you please keep in mind, once you define that password, it will not be easy. Suppose if you forgot the password, then it will not be going to be easy to recover it. Okay, so remember that password whatever you are providing here. Okay, so you have to provide the same password here as well. Okay, so provide the password and just click next. Okay, after clicking on next, so again you do not have to make any changes here. Click on next again, and after that, okay, so it will again try to configure something, and click on execute. Okay, once you will click on execute, it will start configuring your files, and after that execution, so this window will open, and here just uh, it will ask for the username and password. So by default username is root. Okay, so you can write root here, and after that whatever the password you have provided in the earlier steps, write the password here. Okay, so again I am saying, please remember the password, otherwise if you forgot it, then you have to install it again. Okay, so after you provide the password, click on check. So green tick means connection is successful. After that, click on next again, and you will come here. Okay, again click on execute. Okay, then it will check if there are any features, whatever it is, right? It will check it, and after that, clicking on execute button. Okay, I think that's it. After that, okay, it will install successfully at the end. So after that, installation is done till here. Okay, so any issues in installation part? Everyone is clear?
Yes.
Okay, so if you face any issue, then let me know, okay, in the classroom. So I think think you should not face any issue because it is not such. Okay, so after that, installation is done. So click here, okay, and search MySql. This is the one, right? So what is this workbench? This workbench is a kind of editor. So just like the Eclipse editor, right? In the Eclipse editor, you write your Selenium code. So here in this workbench, let me click it again. Here in this workbench, this one, okay. So you will write your SQL query. Okay, what you will write? Let me first open it. Here in the workbench, let it write it here. So I am writing it here in the workbench. You will write SQL queries. Okay, so it has opened, and so and when you will open it for the first time, okay, so you will see one this here. So this is our uh, database. Okay, you can say. So if I click it, okay, sorry, it is not our database. Actually, this is a server. Okay, so when you will download this database, you do not have to worry. Okay, it will already give you one server. So you can see here, connect to MySql server. Inside that server, our database will be present. So it is asking for the password, right? So whatever the password I have defined, I am writing here. Okay, and after that, oh, click on OK. So it will open the database. So you can see these are the demo database already present. This is the one database. This is also the one database. Okay, and this is also the one database. So after that, what I should do? So let us create some dummy database here. Okay, so how we can create? See here, to create the, so we are not going to use this pre-existing database. Okay, let me create my own database. So how I can create? So I will write the query create database, QADBT. You can give any name. Okay, it's up to you. Database. Let us first create the database. So if I highlight this and click on this, execute the selected portion, execute it. Okay, and if I refresh it on the left hand side, so you can see that this is the database I have given. Okay, so as of now it do not have any table because we do not have created any tables. So what I will do, I will create one login table. So create table. Okay, I will create one table. The table name is login. Okay, so okay, so one more thing that we are not going to discuss the every part of that, how to work with database. Actually our agenda is to our agenda is to see how do we can connect our Selenium test case with the SQL database. So this portion, database portion, is also very lengthy, right? So here I am just discussing the simple steps, okay, so that you can create one table and work on that. Okay, and moreover I think you do not have to write the database here because client will provide you the database, but for the understanding purpose I am telling you. Okay, so here let me name one column. Username is one of the column, and I will provide the data type. It is variable and the character. So inside that username, let me define the size is 20. Okay, after that I will create one more column. So if I create the column email, again I will take the data type as variable character and the size is 20. let us say 27 this time. Okay, and after that we will create a one more row which is password. So okay, so again the password can be combination of the variable and the character, and the password length is 20. And after that select this. So what is the error we are getting? I think okay, provide one space. Fine. So just select this and execute it. Okay, so error is, I think we do not have provided a semicolon at the end. This is the reason it is throwing error. Let us see again. No, okay, so one more thing. What is the issue? What is the error it is saying? No database selected. So I am creating one table in this database. So before working on the database, I have to say use the database which we have created. Okay, then only it will create the table. So first you have to provide this command, execute it. Okay, okay, so okay, so I have given the wrong one. Okay, let me do one thing. I want to actually I want to create the database with this name. Okay, so anyways, this is the name we have created, so I do not want to do it again. So use this. You can see that use qdbt. Okay, after that when you execute this one, it will create one table. So you can say uh, create table login. Okay, so if you want to see the what the table looks like, you can say describe login. If you provide like that, then you will see. So this is the table, right? So this is the username, email, and password, right? And what is the type for the username? Type is variable and the character of size 20, and you can see the types here as well. So here this null means uh, here means that it is it can store empty values, or you can say the null values as well. So this is the basic structure of the table. So as you can see that there is no data in the table as of now. So we will insert some dummy data. Okay, so how we can insert, see here. After that, okay, so I need to remove this table. So okay, so after that what I will do, I will provide one simple command which is into insert into table name. So what is the table name? What is the table name? This table name is login. So instead of writing table name here, I will provide my table name, and after that I will say values. Okay, so after that I will provide the some dummy data. So what is the dummy data I can provide? First of all, let me write. So keep in mind whenever you are writing any string variable, right? So you can say it will stored in the username will be stored in the form of a string. So provide in the single, okay, commas like this. Okay, otherwise it will throw the error. So after that, let me provide one email ID, because first it will store username in the sequence after email and then password. So what is the email name I can write? Again I will put it in the single quotes, goel sum @gmail.com. So this is the email ID, and after that there is the password. Okay, so let me give any random password. So okay, any password it can be. So after that I have inserted, and then let me execute this statement. So if I execute it, so you can say the right tick, which means insertion is successful. So if you want to see the data, so just write select star from, what is this star? It is saying give me the data of all. This star means provide the data, every data present in the login table. So as of now we only have one data, which is this one. If I click this, okay, so you can see this username is the first column, second column is email, and third is the password. So as of now let me create a few more data in our table. So how I have to create, I will just again use this line, copy the line, and let me write it here, this one, and then third one, and then fourth one. Okay, so let me change the value. So if I say Ankit here, So it will have different email ID. If I write email ID like this, Ankit23, whatever it is, and let me give another password. Okay, and after that, in the third one, I will provide some another name, Pankaj. Let us define it Pankaj, and Pankaj will have also different email ID, which is pankaj456@gmail.com, and let me give any password. Again, this time let me name it as Vandan, and let me provide the email ID. Okay, and after that password, let us the password be this one. So this we have already executed, and we need to insert these value as well. So select all. Okay, select all till here. Okay, not till here, till here. Okay, after that click on this. Okay, execute the selected portion. If I execute it, you will see we have just inserted 3 more data in our table. So if I want to see the every data, or you can see the whole data present in the table, select this and then this. So you can see the data which we have inserted is successfully inserted in the table. So is it clear to everyone that how I have created this data? Okay. So after that, what I will do, so we have created the database. So suppose, as of now, I have created the database. Suppose client has provided me this database. Okay, client has provided me the database, and after that, what will happen if I come here? What is this? If I come to my Eclipse, okay, to my Eclipse. So I again in the Eclipse, I have created a project which is database. So this is a Maven project. As you can see, the pom.xml file. So again, I am saying how to. It is very simple to create the Maven project. Right click on this Maven project and select this. Click on next. So select this one. Okay, quick start template. Maven archetype quick start template, and click on next. Okay. So whatever the name you will provide here, that will be your test case name. Okay, so as of now I have already created the Maven project. I am not doing it again. So here this is my project name. Inside that there is one pom.xml file. Okay, so here again, as I have told you here, that we will make use of this API. This is an API, okay, in the Java, which is used to connect the Java application to the database. So we have done this part, okay, but we have to connect our Selenium test case with the MySql database. So I will use this API, and to use this API dependency, let us download it from here. Okay, so just copy this MySQL connector Java and come here, Maven. You can see Maven, this dependency. Hit enter and then come to first link. Okay, so I am searching it here. Let me search it here. It will provide me the accurate result. Okay, so after that, hit and click it, and then this is the first one, right? Click this, and okay, go with the latest one. This is the latest one. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, I was talking that this dependency you have to implement in your project. Okay, then you will be able to execute the every library, or you can say the every code present in the JDBC API. So copy this text and come to Maven pom.xml file. So this is the one. Okay, so here I think I have already done that. So you can see here. Okay, so suppose it is not there. Okay, so how I will paste it? Simply this, and then you have to hit the enter. Okay, so as of now you can see that I have already done that, so I'm not pasting it again. So this is the one dependency you have to include, and where you have to include inside this dependencies tag. Okay, so here as you can see I have just pasted one more dependency, which is Selenium, so that I will be able to execute my Selenium test case. So these are the two dependencies, okay, which we need, so that after that you will save the control and save, then it will download the necessary files. You can see on the bottom. Okay, it is downloading some files. So Then suppose after this, what I have done in this folder, I have created two class. This is JDBC connection class. Okay, you can give any name, but let us give the name which looks familiar. Okay, so I have given this familiar name which is JDBC connection, and this is the test case. Okay, so come to this class first. Okay, so I have not written any code here. Okay, in this class as of now. So okay, so till here, anyone have any issue? Tejas, is it clear? Karthik? Okay. So now the main part comes. So if I so before writing the code, what I have to do? Okay. So first of all, we have to form the connection. Form the connection to database. So I have already written the connection link. So you can say the what is the connection link. Okay. So this is the connection. Okay. So if I paste this line, so what this line? So import the package. This is the one, and import the here we are creating the connection. Okay, so how see here. Okay, so here our database name is qdbt, I think. What is the database name? Qdbt. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, fine, it is capital qdbt. Okay, so dbt, fine. So here as you can see that this line is forming one connection. So what are the parameters we have passed? So this is the general syntax. Okay, so this is the class. Driver manager is the class. Inside that class there is one method which is get connection. So inside that get connection method you have to pass some parameter. So this is we are telling that we are using the JDBC API and I am using MySql database. Okay, after that you have to provide the host. So as you are working, let me write it here. As you are working on your local computer, so as of now uh, you can write localhost. Okay, so instead of writing host here you can write localhost. Local, I think it is like that. So it will throw the error because it is expecting us the argument in the uh, string format. Okay, so how we can do like that? I'm not writing it here, so let me copy this, cut this, and after that let me write it here. String. So it is saying that we are working on the local on our local computer. So copy this and paste it here. Okay, let me write like that, and I will provide host here. So, okay, I think here is the one. Okay, fine. After that, it is asking for the port number. So as you can see, let me open that again. So I have told you that we have to use this port number. Okay, I think it is here. Okay, so here you can see that this is the port number. Okay, when we are installing, we have defined this port number. So I am saying I am using this port number. So again, I will not write here. I will first create one variable, and it is expecting in the form of a string. So just write string variable, and what is the port number? 3306. 3306 is our port number, and after that copy this, and then provide. Okay, so it has already taken this, so I think we have to throw one declaration. Okay, click this, fine. So after that, this is the one we are saying we are using JDBC API and we are using MySql database. This is our host name, which is localhost. This is our port number, which is 3306. After that, I am saying what is my database name. So here you can see this is the database, right? QDBT. So I am providing the database name here. Here I am providing my database name. Okay, after that, what is this one? this is your username. Okay, so by default it is root. So this is the username it is expecting, so I am writing root here, and this is the password. Okay, so this is how you can set one connection in connection object, you can say, and once the connection will set, you will catch that connection in this object. So is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so after that, okay, after that what we have to do, we have to execute some we have to execute SQL query. Okay, why we are executing? So that I can fetch the data from the database, from database. Okay, so let me not erase it. Okay, after that, so connection is created, and with the help of this object we will call one method. So this is the object which is create. I think this is the one. So what is saying, creates a statement object. Okay, it is creating one object, or you can say it will return me an object. Okay, for sending the SQL statement, or you can say the SQL query to the database. Okay, so let me use this method, and it will create one object. So if it will return me one object, I need to catch that object. So I will catch that in this one statement of S. So after that, so you have to import the package. So there are having multiple package here. So we are working with SQL. So go with this one. Okay, java.sql, import that. So here what will happen, we have, so again let me see what it will do. Create a statement object. So we have statement object. What is the object name? S. Okay, for sending the query to database. So with the help of this object, what I will do, with the help of this S object, okay, I will write one query. So how I can use, there is one method. If I use this object as S object, okay, so you write S dot execute. So I think there is, let me write it, execute. So this is the one. Okay, so execute, what it will say, it is saying executes the given SQL statement which you will provide. Okay, and it will return you the object for that. So see here, so this is the method, and inside that you have to write your SQL query. Okay, so one general query can be, I will write like that, select star. Star means we have to select all the data from, you can say, what is the database name, sorry, not database, this time we are working with the table, right? So if I come here, so what is your table name? Login. Okay, so this is the table name. Let me copy this. I will just select star from the table which is login. That's it. So this, let me put semicolon at the end. So this will, what it will do, it will execute this query and return me the result. So if it will return me the result, I have to catch that result as well. So I will use this result set. Okay, this is one. Let me write it first. Result, capital S will be here. Result set RS. Okay, so this is the object. Let import the package. So if you see this, okay, so we are creating, it is an interface, and we are creating one variable of that type. So whatever the, once this will execute, this line will execute, and the data will come from the database. So what is the data will come this time? It will return you the username, email, password of all the four row, Sumit, Ankit, Pankaj, and Vandu. So after that we are catching this result here. Okay, after that, okay, so let me do one thing. Okay, after that what I will do, so we have the data here. After that, okay, I will use one while loop, while rs dot next, and inside that, so this next will check whether we have data present in our this object. Okay, so this is the one I am providing, and it will move your this object to this one, to the data. So let me go this way. If I come like this, okay, let me take one snapshot of it, then I will be able to tell you. So if I take like this, so once your query will execute, okay, you will get the data. So I am catching the data in rs. This is the result set. Okay, so this, suppose this is the outside of the table. Once I will say rs dot next, it will start point to my first row. Okay, and we can get the data from here. If I say rs dot next again, it will come to the second row, likewise third row and fourth row. So as of now, when we will do it for the first time, rs dot next, so it will come to this first line, and it will return true because we have the first row, right? So it will return true for the first time. So after that, when we go inside of this while loop, I will simply say there is one method in this object, rs dot get string. So this is the one. Okay, so you have to provide the column name. So what is the column name? So for the first time, rs will come here. So I have to get this. So see, as of now, I am not interested in the username. Okay, because if you come to this site, which is this one, I want, okay, so I want username as well. So let us try to fetch all the three value. Okay, so let us try to fetch. So what is the column name here? If I come to my database, this is capital U, and rest of the are small one. Okay, so username is the first column value. I will write username, get me the username, and after that, so when you will get the username of the first row, so you have to catch that in one string variable because it is of type string. So let me write it as name. Okay, after that, what we have to fetch? We have to fetch email id. So if I said, if I say again string, you can say mail equals to rs dot get string. So this is the one, and just say what is the column name. This time capital E is there. Okay, email. So I am writing email inside the double quotation. So this is email. Then we will get email. After that, I need to have the password as well. So I will write a string password equals to rs dot get string. And inside that, what I will do? Inside that, I will provide this password. Okay, here it is small p. So password. Okay, after that, once we did that, what will happen? Okay, I have to print that data as well. So how I can print? Just write system.out.println. Just provide the name. First we are printing the, you can say, name. Okay, after that we have to print the email id. So copy this again and copy it one more time because we have to print password as well. So give password third time, and here you have to provide your email. So okay, so one more thing I will do, I will not change the line because I want to see the data in one line every time. So as of now I will not do like that. So after that, let me provide some space, and after that as well, let me provide some space. Okay, so that our data will be visible clearly. And okay, after that, let me remove, and after that I will change the line. Once I will get the data of first row, I will change the line. So let me write it here. Okay, so change the line. So let us first try to run this test case and see whether your database is, whether you are able to fetch all the data from the database or not. So see here, I think it should print all the values. So see here, okay, it has printed all the data. This is username, email, and this is the password, right? You can see from the table we have extracted all the data. So is it clear to everyone, this is step?
Yes.
Okay, so what will happen? See, here I am fetching all the data, but suppose I have to fetch the data of a person. I think it is here. If I have to fetch this data, last one, okay, I do not want the data of all these three people, Sumit, Ankit and Pankaj. I do not require, but I want to know what is the data of this one, last person, which is Vandan. Okay, so I have to make some change in my, you can say, statement. I will use where clause. Okay, so where, simply I will say uh, where what is the column number, column name, sorry. If I come here, you can see this name is present in this column, okay, username. So I will say where username equals to, and in the single quotation, put two single quotation, inside that pass the name. So if I do like that, what will it will return me only one data. Okay, so let me put one debugger here. Okay, so if I do like that, it will this time it will return me only one data. So this time our code will stop because I have done that in debugging mode. Okay, so when you will do it for the first time, okay, rs.next will become true. Why? Because we have at least one data in our this object. Okay, where and data is coming from this one. Okay, so after that let us see what is the name we are getting. So for the first time you will see that this is the name. Okay, because I provided this name here. And again if I do that, so this is the email. Okay, email you can see. And after that this is the password we have provided for this user, and simply I am printing that. So this is how, for if you want to know the data of any particular user, okay, then you can do like that. So is it clear now? Okay, so what happens, so here what I am doing, you can provide any user as well, but here you will see I am hard coding the data, right? I am hard coding the data, which is not good. So I want that so what I will do, I will first make that in a method. Okay, so here I am writing that in main method. So let me create one separate method like that. So if I create public void get the, or you can say get the details, any name you can provide. I do not want to write every code in my main method. So this is the method, and inside this method I will write this whole code, cut this and then paste it here. Okay, so okay, I have to do it again. Fine. So after that again it will add, click this, and let me come do like that, and let me press Ctrl Shift F, so it will automatically align the text. Okay, or you can say the code. So we have created one method, right? After that what I will do, I will provide one, you can say, suppose a string name. So what I'm saying, why I'm saying this name here, so this is one method which can be used by all the people, right? So there will be separate class. So if anyone want to get the data, if anyone want to get the data of this person, then he will provide this name here. Okay, he will call that method and provide the name here. And likewise if any person want to get the data of Sumit, so what he will do, he will just call the method and write the name here Sumit. But here if you see, so you might have think that let me write name here, but you will see, let me try to run this first. Okay, so let us create one another class. So you are having the two same variables, so this is the reason it is throwing the error. Let me write name of, we can say the name, let me write it as name in capital letter. Okay, so this is different and this is different. So let me create one another class, where we are writing our actual test case. So to use the method of the another class, what is our another class? JDBC connection. Let me create the object. Let me write any object like JD equals to new. Copy this class and we are just creating the object. Okay, so I think I provided the incorrect class in JDBC connection. Okay, I have not put semicolon at the end. So anyone JDBC CONNECTION. Okay, I provided single n, so it is the reason it is showing error. Okay, fine. So this is the class object we have created, and with the help of this object we will call the method which we have created to fetch the data. jd dot, I think, get details, right? This is the method we have created. Here you have to provide the name. So if I want to get the name, get the details of this person, I will write get the details of Sumit. So if I try to, so one more thing, when you will call this method, you are expecting some value, okay, in this class. So let me do one thing. I will not going to print here. I will do one thing. Let me create one array list here. Okay, so that I can store the data. Then I will return the array list from this method, and we will get our data. So array list, which is of type string. Let me give any name to this object equals to new array list, and in the brackets I will say that this array list only have the capability to store string value. Okay, so import the package. Okay, fine. After that, what I will do, here is the one. Okay, so see here one more thing. If I, okay, so let me store all the three value. So here is the one I am getting the value, right? So after that, what I will do, I will write a list dot add. Here I will write name, so that this array list will store the name. Okay, and after that I will write a list dot add. I have to add the mail. So in this variable I am going to get my email mail, and I am storing it here. Okay, provide semicolon at the end, and after this third one I am storing the password as well. So a list dot add p. Okay, so this is the one, right? So we are just storing the value. So for the first time, whenever data will come, okay, so one more thing I will do. Okay, so let it be. So what will happen, let me try to run this first. Okay, then it will be clear. And after you add the data in your array list, what you do, you will return the array list. So I will say, when this one execute completely, at the end I will say return the array list, because I want that array list in my other class, and it will throw the error because we have not mentioned the return type. So just click this, change the method to array list. So this is the return type which we have changed. Okay, after that I think it is done. But see here, we are providing the name here. Okay, let me put debugger, then it will be easy to understand. So save this. So here what I am doing, I am directly providing the value, right? So you can use a scanner class, okay, so that you can at the runtime user will enter the name, and that name will come here. Okay, I hope you know that how to use the scanner class to get the data from the user. As of now I am doing it directly. So if I try to debug this, so it came here. Okay, and then this one, this will run fine, no issue, and the next statement will also going to run. We do not have any issue in that. Okay, I have done one mistake. Here we are getting the name from here to here. Okay, so let me write capital N here. Okay, it cannot be different. Okay, let me do it again one more time. Again it came here, and then let me put one debugger here. Okay, so I will do one more thing before going further. Let me write one query here, variable here, then I will be able to tell. Let me store this from here to here. Fine, so let me do it one more time. So if I debug this again, come after that, execute this, connection will be formed. So I think in the debugging mode it is taking some amount of time. Okay, after that we are creating the statement object s. Here you will see what is the name I have provided? Sumit, okay. But you will see here, you are not going to get Sumit here, okay. Why? Because you are enclosing this hole in the, you can say, double quotes, okay. So if you try to execute the query here, okay, so this is the same query, right? This one and this one is the same query. So if I try to execute it by this, it will throw the error, you will see, because it is not going to find this. Okay, so it has not thrown the error. Why? So will it going to execute? I don't think that it will execute because we are not providing Sumit here, okay. So let us wait for that to finish. So it is saying terminated. I think it has already finished. Okay, let me do one thing. But you will see that it has not get any data. If I again put debugger, let me execute it one more time. So if I debug this, okay, I think I have run that in the run mode. Let me debug this. Okay, so I think it will stop here. I think. Okay, so why it is not coming? Save it. Save this file. Let me put debugger here as well. Okay, it came here, and after that it will come here. Fine. And then come here, come here, come here. Okay, so it will again going to take that some time to form the connection. Fine. After that, okay, so this is the query. After that, so you can see that rs.next, we did not get any data from this one, okay. So due to which what happened, it do not go inside this because we do not have any data, because instead of name you should have provided one variable value, sorry, not variable, one value, which is which one, this is the one, right? But as you are enclosing this name in the double quotes, so it is unable to identify this variable, right? So what I will do, instead of writing like this, I can write where username equals to, let me write here, add plus symbol, so that it is saying concatenate, okay. So remove this. Fine. So I will not write this here, okay. Let I will write query here, okay. So because these both are the same, so anyways it is not an issue. So if you write like that, so same statement is here. So what I am saying, this time this name is coming from the method, okay. This is the name. So if I provide again, see here what will happen. If I do like that, I have saved the file, run this again, okay. Again click this, we came here and then come here, again execute this. Okay, so connection is created, and then after that this is the query. So if I place my mouse, so what is the query you are getting? So so do you think that there is any issue in this query? Anyone? If you are paying attention, then you will see that there is one issue here. Anyone? Am I audible or not? Yeah. Actually, when I have started the lecture, I have told you that whatever the query you are having here, right, you should have single quotes. Okay, so this is the Sumit name. Before and after Sumit, single quotes must be present. But if we try to do like that also, then also it will not going to give us accurate result. And I think this time it should fail here. So if I execute this, so you can see that it came here, and if I execute this, it has failed. So what is the error? So it is saying unknown column Sumit because it is expecting single quotes here. Okay, so what we can do to avoid this situation, we have to provide single quotes as well. So what I will do, let me come here again. So whenever we are going to, suppose user has entered one value, string name equals to Sumit. Okay, so user will enter in double quotes, which is fine. You cannot say to the user that you have to write Sumit in single quotes every time, right? So after that, what I will do, I will create one more variable, string value, or you can say the modified, or let it be value also. Okay, keep it simple. So what is the value? You will say this is the value one user is provided, and before and after the value I will put double quote. How? With the help of concatenation. This is one single quote, and before that as well, let me put single quote, and let me add concatenation sign here. So what will happen? This Sumit has now become something like this, something like Sumit. Okay, so with the help of this, we have just modified the value, and after that, instead of providing Sumit here, provide the value here which we have modified. So if I try to run this again, so okay, one more thing, I think it's fine. So let us try to run this again, save it. This time you will see in the query we will have single quote. So I think execute this from here. Okay, let us wait for that connection to form. Okay, I think it has formed the connection. Okay, after that, okay, so this time if I execute this, see the difference. Select star from the login where username equals to Sumit. So I hope you are able to see that one single quote and one single quote is present after the name Sumit. Okay, so which is correct. So this time it not going to throw the error, and see what will happen. So you came here. Okay, it has executed successfully. This query has executed successfully, and after that come inside this, because we have one data. What is the data? What is the data? Sumit data is here only. Okay, only one data we have. So name is Sumit, I think. Yeah, we got the Sumit name, and after that, what is the mail and password? So what is the mail? This is the email ID for the Sumit. And what is the password? Okay, what is the password? So this way you can also create one method, and you will say to the user that whatever user value, or you can say the user data you want, you can just give it to the method, this method, and then data will fetch you. So after that, what I have to do, if I come like this, I think you are able to see that we are adding this data Sumit here in this array list, and we are again adding email ID to the array list. Okay, and we are again adding password to the array list. So after addition, I think your array list should look like this. So if I drag it here, so I think this is the array list. Okay, expand this, so you can see that it has stored the three data, which is Sumit is the username, then password is this, and this is the email. So it has stored one data. Okay, after that I am just returning my array list. Okay, I am returning this. So when I am returning this array list, if you want to get this array list here, okay, so when you will call this method, one array list will be returned. So if you have to capture the array list, say like this. Okay, array list of type, because you will be able to store on the in the variable which is of type array list. So here I am going to store that, just okay. So I have given the wrong name, array list. array list. So import the package. Okay, after that what I will do, I will create two variable here as well, string, or let me first try to print that array list. Okay, system.out.println, print the array list here. So let me again run that. Okay, this time I will not show that in debug mode, we will run that in you can say run mode. Okay, so you can see, so this is the last one it is printed, so you are getting these three value Sumit from here. Okay, because I am printing this here as well, so I think let us remove this. Okay, or let me comment this because we do not want to print from here. So if I comment this, okay, I cannot comment otherwise. Okay, so I will do one thing, comment this and write this, copy this and place it here. Okay, so we are doing the same thing, just we are not printing it here. So let me comment this, copy this, it will return me the one string variable, sorry, value, and after that we will store that in array list. Same with the password. So if I copy this, it will return me the password and store that in array list. Store that, and let me comment remove this as well because we are not going to print here. Okay, remove this one as well, don't not required. Okay, after that if we try to run it again, this time you will see only array list value will come here. So you can see that this is your array list value. Okay, so we have fetched the value. Okay, so from the database this time. So what our next step should be, we have to provide this value here as well. So we have to provide username and password, and which is I think you all will be knowing by this time that how we can do it. It is very easy. So first of all, like when we get the array list, I will fetch the value dot get. Okay, so one more thing, let me system.out.println again, let me write two more time because we have three value. Okay, and before that let me, okay, so after that I will write string user name, and I will create one more variable string password. Okay, so here as you can see we do not require that it has to fill username and password. Okay, so you can say that email id text box is not here, so I am just fetching these two data, right? You can fetch third one as well. So when we are, if I am here, okay, so in the array list first you are storing username, so this will be at zero index, and when you are storing email, that will be in the first index. Likewise this third one will be on the second index. Okay, so what is, we are interested only in getting this one and this one. Okay, because email option is not there, otherwise we could have fetched it. So I will write string password equals username equals to array list object dot get of, you can say index it is expecting, so zero index because username is present at zero index. Okay, after that what I will do, I will say password is present at the second index, so get me the password. Once you will get the password, you can print here. Okay, so let me also print that middle one, which is email. Okay, as of now we do not require, but let us try to print whether we are getting the data. Get of 1. Okay, so here is the username present, and after that let me first do one thing, place one debugger here. Okay, just try to run the program in debugging mode whether you are getting the value or not. Let us see. So we came here again and click this again, click this again. Okay, we come here again. Okay, after that it came here because we have put our debugger. So if you place your mouse, so at zero index username is present, so I am saying get me the username, which is Sumit. So if I execute this, you can see username will fetched here. Again at index number 2, if I place my mouse, index number 2 password is present, so password will come here in this variable. Okay, you can see the one. and after that I'm saying get me the value presented at the index 1. So what is the value? It is email ID. So if I execute this, you will going to get this email, right? So till now is it clear that how we are fetching the value? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So actually our final step is to provide these two value here. Okay. So I hope you all will be going to do that, but let me complete this test case as well. So after that I have to launch my Chrome browser. Okay, we are going to do the same step once we get the value. Driver equals to new Chrome driver. Okay, let us invoke Chrome browser, import the package. Okay, so capital D will come here. Again import that. WebDriver import, package is imported and class is also imported. Okay, after that, before that I have to set one property. Okay, so that because I have to first invoke my .exe Chrome file, system.set property. This is the one. What is the property name? WebDriver.chrome.driver. This is the property name, and here I will provide the path of the Chrome driver.exe file. So let us see where it is located. Okay, I think it is in the, so this is the one. So it is in the extraction mode. So we have to extract that file. Okay, so let us extract that file. Okay, so I am replacing the file. I think I have already having it. So anyways, okay, I think so. This is the one, right? So this is the one where my .exe file is present. Copy the path, place it here, and at the end write the file name as well. Okay, otherwise it will not execute .exe with extension, which is .exe. I think it is clear. And after that, put one semicolon. Okay, so after that, I have to launch the website first. Launch the website dot. So what is the website name? If I come here, copy the path URL, you can say, place it here in the double quotes. Okay, again what we have to do, we have to say, I think first of all we have to first make XPath or any selector. Okay, so that we can enter here. So how we are forming the selector? See, again let me create one XPath this time. So our, this is the one. Okay, so let me start from here because this input class is a child of this one. Okay, if I minimize this, you will see that this has disappeared, which means this is the parent and this is the child input class. So I will first write one XPath here. Okay, so how to write? Double slash div, I'm writing it here only, at the rate id equals to, this is the id, and after that copy the, cut the XPath, and if I want to check it whether it is correct or not, I will open the Chrome path. So one element matching which is correct, but you will see if I cut this and if I try to select it again. Okay, so this we have to reach here. Okay, because when I'm doing this, it is highlighting this line. So we are here, and if you have to go to this one input, how you can go? With the help of XPath, provide slash input, but I think you will going to get one more than one element. So you are saying that why? Because this is one input, this is one input, and likewise I think there is one more input present. So this is the one input. Okay, so we are interested only in the, in this first input. So I will simply say inside array bracket 1, so that will fetch the text box. Okay, so that will give me the XPath of this text box. So I will write driver dot find element by dot, we are finding with the help of XPath. So provide the XPath, and I have to, after that I have to send some data. So send keys is the method, but this time what I will say, I will use this data, right? So copy this, I am placing this username here, and after that this is done. After that again Let me open the Chrome browser. Yeah, so we have done it for this first one, and for that password box, let me write one. So I think it is we are able to easily write one XPath for the password box. So this is the password box. So you can say by ID. Okay, so let me create one XPath only. Okay, so I will write double slash input @ID equals to password. So this is the you can say XPath for the password field. So you can say bulk element matching, which is this one. So we can use this path XPath as well. So driver dot find element by dot XPath. What is the XPath? This is the one. Again, I have to send the password. From where I am getting the password? From here. Copy this variable and place it here. This way you will see that we are able to place the value as well. So let us first try to run whether it is working correctly or not. So if I, okay, so let us run. If I run this, see what will happen. I think it will enter Sumit and the password which we have used for the Sumit one. So I think Sumit will come here, and what is the password you are getting? It will place in the password field. Okay. So likewise, so you will be able to test the data, and suppose sometimes what will happen, what I have told you, that client will change the data. Suppose client has modified this value, right? Suppose, but what will happen, you are fetching the data from here, so every time whatever the value, client will update. Okay, so you are going to get the latest one. You do not have to ask the client what is the password you have changed, right? So you are going to get the updated value every time. So if even if I write some other person, right? If I write, suppose I think we have one more person, which is Ankit. Okay, so if I write Ankit, so Ankit will be written here. Okay, this time you will see, if I run this, it will fetch the data for Ankit. If I, okay, so it has again started. So I think in the username Ankit should be present. Okay, so it has pasted Ankit, and whatever the password Ankit have, right? It has, uh, you can say, we are getting the password here. Okay, with the help of database. So is it clear to now that how you can drive the data from the database to the test case? Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah,
Hello. Hello.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Instead of MySql, we can use SQL also, no?
yeah. You can use any database.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
And okay. And what if the password is in encrypted format? Will the data be fetched?
So you need to have the password with you in the non-encrypted format. Then only it will. So I think the client will
Okay.
going to
Okay.
provide you the database even in my project. So we have one database. So we know the password of the database that is provided by the client. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So okay. So let me share this code first. Okay. So that otherwise, okay. So let me. I am sharing this whole code. You can copy.
And we can access with the cloud database also.
Yeah, you can use. We are not dealing with cloud here, but you can work with any database. Okay. So here we are discussing
Okay.
just
Okay.
normal one. Okay. It's up to you. Whatever the
Okay.
database you choose. Okay. So let me
Okay.
copy this. You can copy it from here. So if I paste it here. Okay. So you can copy the whole code from here, and let me copy the other class code as well.
Okay. It will be better. You can paste it in classroom.
Okay. So okay, I will paste it in the. I will paste two file in the classroom. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you everyone for attending to this session. Okay, I will be sharing the recording of this session after 2 to 3 hours. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Tejas. Thank you everyone. So let me stop the recording now.